Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Thank you very much for the support on the last video. It completely overturned my expectations. And I no longer have a blocked nose, so I can actually speak properly. So thanks for putting up that too. And back in the fortress or Stonehold. It's not much, well, nothing's changed actually because I didn't play, but now I'm back. I have added my favorite mod, which just got updated to v70, which is all it does is more road types. Now we can make the bridge a wooden bridge, which we will do once I get wood. Right now I have no wood, or actually the wood has not been hauled yet. And since I have a bunch of free labor, I'm probably going to assign a worker to the warehouse just so, or even two actually, just so they can haul the wood. As if there is no worker, then it will only be hauled when they actually need it, but I do want some in the stockpile. So that's that. With that, we also have to take in consideration of the light needs of our people, as they can get sick from not having enough light. Probably that's what happened to this guy. Vision fever, unfortunate. And the best way to do that is, since we are underground, a torch here and there will help greatly. Let's just go ahead with that. Especially along the entrance. I have not decided what interval I want to put torches at yet. But that's something that will get decided along the way. Actually, if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 11 in between. Is that the same scenario here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 13. That's not even, but I wasn't expecting these ones to be even anyway. But if we do go with the general consensus, as the blocks stretch, the light from one torch stretches 4 blocks each. That means if we put it 8 blocks out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This should now cover the entire corridor. Actually, it might even overlap. Did I count correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. Can actually put them 9 apart, which will be more efficient. So 9. That should be perfect. So as long as we put the torches 9 apart in the corridors, our people should have vision everywhere. So that's awesome. The hearth's in the way there, but we'll just leave that be. And I do actually want the bridge to be wooden now, as it's just it's a nice little touch, you know. One thing I love about games like these is how much, like, how into detail you can go. Well, I did overdo it here. Dismantle. These two are overdone. Same with that there. Never mind. What just happened? Okay, well this we can keep. And back to the dirt, if I can spell, which clearly I cannot. That should just be just fine, and it's a neat little touch. I wish the water is a little bit deeper here, so that's how the railing spawns on the side of the road. If the water is deep water, there's a railing. If it's still like shallow, they don't bother putting a railing, which does make sense. If you fall in shallow water, nothing will really happen to you, especially if you can't swim. Why is there a stockade here? That could be a bug. Well, big into mountain. That's what we wanted. Beautiful. Now we can make that lab that I was planning on last episode. This will be quite interestingly shaped. And this is not even, for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I stupid? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's just how it's gonna have to be, I guess. It hurts my soul, but a mistake is a mistake. And door. Okay. Stations. We'll go for a big table down the middle. Something. Maybe not actually. We can go for a. We'll just go for a bunch of tables around the edges, maybe. Could definitely do that there. That one's going to have to be one smaller. There we go. Never mind, that won't fit. Not a problem. We could do something like that. This is a very interesting layout. This is atrocious, but oh my, what have I created? Okay. I'll go with okay, this is a bit more acceptable. I know it's gonna be very expensive, but what can we do? Beautiful. Let them build that. We have nowhere near enough furniture for that, but the furniture will come in eventually. Unless we start actually hauling the wood. And what happened here? Clearly v70 is still not perfect. Some commands bugged. Or that was me adding the road mod could have messed things up, which I think is the case, but luckily I didn't have many orders placed down, so not too many things got bugged. Let's have a little look. We do start off with some base research, which we could invest into something. I'd love to get into making a polished stone, which is the mason. And we'll stick with that for now. We do need an area for the masonry, which could go down here in the industry area. And I do actually want to... How long is that? Can I check? 30. Go down 30 here. Where does that lead us? Not very far. But in theory, we did go up a bit extra. So we can go up another 17, actually. 21. Just to make it even though the lab isn't very even. That goes all the way up here. Sure, we could connect that. One thing that's not also even is this little cross section here. I did not end up doing it here, but that's intentional. Because I don't want to go for a pattern grid like I always did. No, just switch it up once in a while. Let them dig that out. Let's start planning out a stonemasonry. So... could dig that out. Is that even? 17. Yeah, so 8. 8. Beautiful. Someone died? Oh, that's horrible. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's the mod. I don't think it's the version. But it's clearly messed a few things up. I'll let them free. Unfortunately, one person did not make it. Probably starved to death, yep. He was 94 anyway. He had it coming. Okay, that sounds horrible. I'm not actually a mean person. Well, that's getting built. We could carry on with some more decorations, I guess. Some flower beds in. We need a speaker. Someone to pass on all the information of what's actually going on. Yeah, let's put that there. Flower bed. Oops. Now we just have, I'm not pronouncing that name, but we have him standing in the middle yapping. Beautiful. New rooms have been made. Awesome. I'm still considering, can I put a graveyard inside the mountain? That's something I've never tried. If I can put a mass grave, I can put a graveyard in. Oh, okay, cool. We do need more people digging. But at the same time, we need more lighting. It'd be great if the center could be lit up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's almost perfect. We'll just go for something like that. That's 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. That should just provide that extra lighting we need in the center. It's still quite dark here. We have a lot of our torches degrading, just because the janitor... We don't have wood. Which... I'm gonna get a few more warehouse employees. Or by a few more, let's put 2 more. Okay, that's that. We will probably need a wood farm. Oh, they actually are stocking wood now, which is great. Clearly, we just missed a few. Oh, this got built, and that we do not need this many scientists at this point of the game. Go for 10 for now. We do need a source of clay if we do actually want them functioning. But the nearest source of clay is it's not a good distance apart, which is a big shame. So we are going to have to build a road network up here. Or we could do it the very scuffed method for a little while until we get some more infrastructure down. That does not need 150 workers, let's be for real. Let's get rid of that. And let's do the painstaking process of going after just the resource nodes, because I'm pretty sure any node you add or area, never mind, they changed it. Either they changed it or I'm delusional. Not 150, that should be fine now. Storage is expensive, 15 furniture is quite a cost to buy it, but... And then to get it actually efficient, that's probably another 200 furniture, which I'll leave out for now. It's just not worth it. So that's the good old clay pit. Got a little dirt road going. I have a better idea here. So let's sort of line this up. And then we need to drag the road sort of up like that. A little bit further this way. Now in theory, if we drag that up, barely, but that's a trick. Now we want a gap of around 3. Doesn't have to be completely even, as it is just a dirt road. There we go. Okay, that's a horrible turn. What have I done here? This needs some more mass on both sides. Actually, if we go, loosen up the inside a little bit from the bottom. That's atrocious still. I think mass up, make it more even. That's it. I don't know. I'm not messing with it. I don't like it, but I can't spend 10 minutes on the road. So that will just have to do the trick. People will probably start dying from cold. Colleagues. My dear Dondoran brother, green from the great nation of Gronk the Fifth. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Gronk 5. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Oh, his name is Gronk the Fifth, and the neighboring state is called Pacquiao. Business together. Hey, you wanna... This is worth it for me. I mean, stone, not a problem. You can have as much stone as you want. That would give us trade rights, which will be huge. Trade rights are always a good thing. I will need to build a dedicated marketplace, alright? Okay, that road came out so ugly, but it's not the end of the world. Extreme temperatures, yes. We will need a hearth over here, just so the people working here won't die of the cold. So whenever they want to get that built. Continuing with this. This is still being excavated down here. Not a problem. I want to move the hearth a bit more inwards. It should be one of the needs given on the inside of the keep. Where's a good spot for it? Let's just put it here. No need to overthink it too much. Then we can start with the hearth. Carry on with the torches. Yep. Beautiful. That should be the main entryway lit. Realistically, if we want to provide services that include water, such as a bathhouse, we could put them here just so we can pipe the water through the mountain easier instead of going all the way through the main road. That's a thought to keep in mind. This needs a few more furniture to be finished, which is great. This is almost dug out. Just sleeping probably. Food is slowly declining, which is a very bad thing. I'm going to expand farms. If we go for actually we are lacking vegetables. That is true, very true. Let me something like that. How much will that be? 2.4 workers. The reason I always fiddle with the farms is if you have 2.4 workers, it's gonna employ 3 people. but only use the labor of 2.5. You want to get that number as close to 3 as you can without going over 3, because then it will employ 3 people and they will all have a lot of labor to do. But if you go over 3, like now, it will employ 4, with the 4th farmer doing only a quarter of a regular farmer's work. So chop that a little bit more, and we'll remove a tile. There we go. That should only employ 3 farmers. Oh, this probably just took 150 people, which is a no-no. Realistically, we only probably need about 5 people digging clay. If we can add clay to the big warehouse down here, that should do the trick. And we need vegetables to plant this, which unfortunately we do not have. We should have enough food to keep us going for at least the next harvest season, although I could be horribly mistaken. We'll be fine. Okay, great. Also some advice: if you ever desperately need food, like your whole colony depends on it, find on the map just a herd of animals like these sheep, and you can always do a hunt. Don't select all of them, because they need to reproduce, and sheep aren't the best. They only give a few meat each, but cows, there's only 1 here. Never mind, 2. They give 10 meat and 10 hide each. Pretty sure the lizards give eggs. Yeah, 4 eggs. And worms give a lot of meat. That's 500 meat right here. You could feed your people for about a few years just from hunting a few of these bugs. But all the other animals don't give too much meat, unfortunately. But we'll hunt like a few sheep, and then meat just filled up, giving us a bit more food security for the little while that we need until the harvest season, of course. Now that we have clay coming in, our researchers should start making research, which is huge. And we have dug out the area for the mason, which will give us access to a lot of cool blocks and materials. Now, workbench. This we need iron for, unfortunately. Go for oh, if that was even, that would have been a very beautiful building. Hey, something like this is not bad. Oh, that's pretty decent. 45 furniture, 25 metal is going to be a huge cost, which we don't have for now. Let's just put a little storage area here. Auxiliary station. How expensive is that? That's not too expensive. So, that should give us 100% efficiency, but 42 metal, which is a huge cost. They don't like the amount of support in this room, so we could add a little pillar in the middle. And why is that I want to build. Game, hello? Ooh. There we go. That is not even. This should be completely even, which is confusing me. Unless my brain's just turned off today. Oh, no, I see my problem. It was not a big problem after all. It's just I cannot count. Shrink that by 1. Now this should be even. Beautiful. How come that's only 13? Oh, okay, no, makes sense. The reason why the metal cost was driven up so high was because the room did not have enough support. But 13 metal is actually acquirable. If we go on the world map, we are really in the north up here, and our friends from Pacquiao might have some metal for us. Let's see, what do you have any iron that we could have? You have a lot of iron. Get 15, that's 4 grand. What can we offer? We could unload a bunch of stone on them. The cotton, which we're not using yet. Is that an equal deal? 3.8, 1. It should be. I just unloaded a bunch of stuff which we do not need. I should dip our coffers very soon. And the metal needs to be dragged into a crate. I'll put 1 crate for metal. That's just been delivered. 1 more delivery. Beautiful. That is a very nice looking room. I don't know why they didn't rebuild the middle here. Not a problem, we can just stone wall that. Never mind. Dig into mountain. Well, actually, we could just clean that up with a big torch. Never mind. How about a tree and some flowers? And I misplaced that too. Today is not my day. Anyway, we do not need this many masons. 5 should do the trick for now. Let's give them a little tree. Some flower beds. Livens up the workshop just a little bit. And they should start making cut stone. Now, cut stone is a beautiful resource. Just for the amount of shit you can build with it. That looks nice. Next we're gonna need probably a domestic iron industry, as we can't just keep importing iron, it's too expensive. So if we go for a smithy, beautiful, as well as should be it. And I just realized this is off by a block, and that's gonna really bother me. Oh, today is not my counting day. But now we need to get access to our iron deposit, which is unfortunately very deep there. And our coal deposit, which is covered by mountain. That's not as bad, as we do have proximity for that. If we go along with the trend of digging in here, go 75 out. Is that a... Yeah, I should be able to connect us with the thing. +5. And then... like that. And 4 on both sides. 3, 2, and 1. Can expand that a little bit. Once I get to digging that, I will give them a little hearth. And I just realized we have no food, and this is very bad. Luckily, food is a very cheap resource in the game, from what I remember. Let's say we want some bread. $200. Never mind, 5 grand. 5 grand for 200 bread is still not a bad price. Yeah, and we can just offload our cotton, which we have been growing. 2 grand. And some of our spare stone. I mean, we have so much stone, it's practically infinite. And they'll pay us an extra grand on top, sure. That's the food situation salvaged for now. when the delivery comes in. But I'm wondering, what's up with our food? I did expand the vegetables, which should be growing. Unless the harvest is just about to kick in, which... Oh, this event's really good. It makes food be consumed at half the pace, which is great. Okay, well, we got the harvest now. I might have jumped the gun a little bit on buying food, but not a problem. I am going to plant another grain farm, just so we don't get scares like that no more. Go. We could also fish in this river, but the amount of fish from a river is quite minimum. Could grow that a little bit somewhere maybe. There, beautiful. If we open up the fishery, you can see there are little fish deposits here and there. However, it's really not great. I mean, just for the sake of food diversity, we could put down a fishery. Production 0.7 it's really not great. We grab those extra fishies here. We could just snake all the extra fishies. .8 fish a day is not bad. Oh, my mistake. Unfortunately, that fishy is not grabbable. RIP. Storage, distillery, this is cheap. And that's fishing. Well, 5 fish is not too bad. Food is food. Let's store them in the thing. Warehouse, beautiful. Have we tunneled there yet? No, almost. We should start tunneling towards the coal. Dig into mountain. Something like that. Where is the coal? Coal is here. It's quite a big deposit, actually. Let's go down over 10. Beautiful. And then... five across. Okay. We will have to dig out this whole area. I thought this is going to be quite a costly project. So, okay, how much coal does that cover? Okay, most of it's further down, so I don't really want to dig unnecessarily too much. And if we go like that, that should cover... that's about 80% of the coal, I would say. This here is unnecessary, these two. Okay. Let's just leave those orders there. With that, will we survive the winter? I do have to keep in mind we do have food stored in the food store, which is 23 bread, which is not a puny amount. Okay, those fellas are digging there. Great, everything's coming to plan. And with that, I should think about the next thing to specialize in. We don't really need to fight yet. We could grow mushrooms. We could start breeding animals for meat. Mm. Do Dendrorians like eggs? Great question. No. What is? I don't really like anything. Okay, they like the fish I'm giving them, and they like the meat. They love shrooms. Okay. Looks like mushrooms it is. Mushroom farm. These need to be grown in the dark, I believe. Not 100% on that. Let's have a little look. Mushroom farm. Yeah, they clearly when mountain is a parameter, then they do need to be grown in a mountain. Let's undo this for now. We need a good spot to farm. Where should we farm these? Maybe in a little area up here. That's not too far from the residential districts. Well, more diggy hole. Go up 60, down by 5. Okay. Those would be areas for mushroom farms. Oh, and we should probably start storing the cut stone we're making. Give them a crate or two. As we should have quite a bit of it. 35. That being built, we are out of food again, which is a problem. Clearly our... Oh, and that's the first starvation death, which, big shame. Let's buy some more food. Go for, since they like fish, how about 100 fish? No, mine 100 fish is way more expensive. Oh, 100 fruit, why not? Dump them a bunch of stone. Cool. And then let's actually do what I was mentioning earlier with these water crawlers. We will need a bridge though. Just a basic small one will do for now. Actually, why am I making this out of wood? It's a very bad idea. Dirt. That should do the trick. Looks like the next harvest just came in, which is good. We do have 3 grain farms going. 2 actually, I lied. 2 grain, 2 vegetables, 1 fruit. Let's employ a few more people at the lab. 5, so we can get the which tech was I thinking of? One of the animals. I'm not quite sure which one I want. Oh, another good thing you can do is the hunter's cabin. It's not very quite interesting. They just go off map to hunt animals, and yeah, they bring back whatever they can find. Only 33. Can I fix that up anymore? Well, this is just a temporary building anyway, just to get some food. As our main bottleneck is food right now. bridge, they have started on it. Okay, we will need more people, as we are employing a bunch. We only have 2 people assigned to construction, which is very bad. Let's grab a few more apartments that we could put in. Let's actually approve people up to 100, which might be a questionable decision, considering I don't have food. But it's an investment. Because now we have an extra 28 people running around doing everything we need them to do. House, beautiful. Great, is this built now? Halfway there. Digging is still ongoing. We do have quite a lot of digging projects, which is a problem. But here we go. We are producing a bunch of meat now, just to help us with the lack of food. And the more food types we give them, the less starved they should be. Simple as that, really. Okay, now that we have this bridge, we can tap into the water crawlers, and our food is about to shoot up incredibly. Let's get rid of like a few of them. And now we have a lot of meat. Too much to even hold on to. So that's the food bottleneck gone. For now, we have a little bit of maneuvering room. Would it be interesting to dig into mountain here? Yeah, we can put another layer of apartments here, as all the newcomers need somewhere to live. Although over here, that's probably just going to have to be a pathway eventually. Expand that a little bit more. I want to go for the a block of 5 flats per block. So these can be expanded ever so slightly. Beautiful. That should provide all the housing we might need for now. Let's have a look. They're digging. Great. That's being dug. Food is fine. Let's see. Cut stone. Let's unlock a road type, or the first level of paved roads. And then fancy road is a bit more expensive. That's not something we can get yet, but we need a road that the Glorians would really like. So Sacred Path. Okay. That could be an interesting one, but out of the ones we have right now. A shaped road? Sure. We do have a bunch of stone, and this isn't even quite cut stone, so this is pretty much cheap. There we go. I was questioning why it said wood for a little while. Let's just go ahead and pave the main entrance in. Beautiful. Progression is being made. Very slowly, but we're getting there. continuing with that theme. With paving. Let's pave up here. Pave the speaker area. Pave down here. Pave down here. Pave up here. And finally pave the road to the throne room. Which will probably have the sacred road in it. We still have a bunch of homeless, so let's put their houses in. Beautiful. That should be enough homes. We even have 2 extra. One thing we could start going, we could start progressing with is fabric. So we go for a weaver, which converts cotton into fabric. We will need to excavate a little area for said weaver. Could go here. Let's just readjust the doorway. Like that. Beautiful. And it's starting to shape up. We still need the, well, I need this tech here for the main roads. Well, the plaza area, not the main roads. Which is the little cutouts here along the wall. Well, it's the throne room. And we're about still quite far away from the nodes we need to tap into, which is a shame. So for now, we could just improve the daily lives of the people. We could actually start offering them cut stone. We'll offer them only a tick of cut stone for now. And then we do need to chop down a lot more wood. As this is something that's not been automated yet, we are doing this manually. Very beautifully. We do have a woodcutter, but it's very inefficient. To the point where it's a bit embarrassing to still have this. Realistically, I'll keep a bunch of this forest left over just so we can put a woodcutter there. There we go. Wood should start filling up now. And here we go. Weaver. Go for that, and then a little double doorway. Get them a nice and big loom. Can I fit the storage here? Oh, we found a bunch of pods, which I don't even know if the Dorians use. Auxiliary loom. Okay, I'm gonna have to shrink. What if I go for that? Slap a little storage down. A loom. Could we get another one in here? We could, but it won't look too interesting. How much is that? That's 6 employees. We could actually expand the original loom by 1 more, unless I'm doing the exact same thing I just did a minute ago, which in this case I am. Actually, that could work. I like that. Let's go ahead and do that. The ghosts have forsaken the... Uh-oh. Well, that ain't great. To be fair, we don't have any shrines or anything. Although I don't Not sure if that actually matters with that event. Let's only employ about 5 weavers for now. They should start grabbing our overwhelming amount of cotton or fiber, whatever you want to call it, and turn it into fabric. With that, the only really need we have for fabric right now is actually giving it to the people. So let's let them have all that. We do have a bunch of spare furniture. Let's up the furniture by 1. And actually let's give them a little bit more cut stone. But the houses should look really interesting now. Excluding the stone that's actually in them. But they have a nice floor. When they get the cloth that I've handed out, which... Oh, they got themselves a little doormat with the cloth. That's really funny. Oh, I'm glad they can have doormats now. That's very beautiful. With that going, they do want the green ore, which is called silica, I think? Slithen. Never mind. Do we actually have a deposit? We do have a deposit up there. And in the mountain down there. Which could be something we can tap into. But for now, we will have a overwhelming amount of cut stone on the spare. So I was thinking maybe we could trade it out if we make a little merchant area. The merchant area should be close to the actual entrance. We don't want foreign visitors walking up too much into the stronghold. So if we go dig into the mountain. Let's go do something like this. This could be the trading area. Let's see if we do 3 and then 5, sorry, and then 3. Sort of like doorways. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that doorway is way too big. Uh-oh. Here we go. This isn't exactly even. Realistically, it should stop about here-ish. So let's cancel that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. So this will be the market area for now, unless we ever need a bigger one, which we probably will do. But at the same time, now this isn't even, so we actually gonna have to refill that and dig it out here. Let them work on that. Food has finally calmed down, which is great. Everyone's got a home. That's important. Oh, we finally finished digging out here. I'm just gonna make a little entrance way into the mushroom farm. And then we'll have something. Something like that for now. It won't be too big, as we can't just put like 30 people working on the mushroom farm. That's all coming along nicely. Very beautiful. They seem to grab the jobs which are close to their home first before they start digging extremities. Awesome. Now if we get a import depot, which is buying, that actually fits perfectly in the area. Yeah, like that, and that leaves a space of 2 in between. So we'll have 4 import depots, and then what's the other one called? Export. That's selling. Beautiful. And then this area here will have some decorations and benches of the sort. One thing we should import, actually export, is stone, because we have way too much of that. Let's export stone once there is I need to adjust the options here. Which is export once above. But for now we have so much stone that you don't really need to set that in mind. And now, eventually, trader will come through. There we go. With his little caravan, and he's gonna load up all the stone he wants. He's taking a lot of stone. And then he'll be on his merry way. And we will have a lot of money. Beautiful, beautiful. That's really good. So money shouldn't be a problem for a little while now. Just from something as basic as stone. Which I will eventually adjust to only export once we have a specific amount. Yep, that's huge. We do have money rolling in. And I think I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a comment. I try to reply to everything. Questions included. And if you could subscribe, that'd be great. I'm trying to get to 500. And that's it for me. Have a very beautiful day.